Inheritance of the Midnight Jaguar, the legend of the Everglades guardian. In a time before human memory was etched in writing, the land of the Everglades was but a song, performed by wind and water, a song of creation. At the heart of a world still asleep, a colossal great shell stood tall, its surface reflecting starlight and the tales of a universe not yet born. Then one day, as the first rays of the sun peeked through, the shell slowly opened, not with a resounding crack, but with a gentle whisper. All the creatures hidden within waited in silence, but only one was brave enough to step out first. Ko-i-ha-tco, the Great Jaguar. Its coat was as black as a starless midnight. Its amber eyes shimmered as if they held the dawn's first light captive. Each of its steps was as silent as a shadow lengthening across the grass. It was the first to receive the primal knowledge, the laws of nature, and all the secrets of healing from the world's creator, held in its paws and heart. Ko-i-ha-tco was not merely a beast, but a guardian spirit, a living legacy of the Seminole people. Generations passed, and the legend, told by firelight, became just a bedtime story. Until the great silence crept into the village of Tala, a swift young hunter. It wasn't an external silence, but one that gnawed from within. People began to fall ill with a strange sickness that no healer could cure. They didn't cough or feel pain. Their eyes simply became vacant, their spirits fading like leaves in a dry season. They forgot the ancient songs, forgot how to read the whispers of the wind, forgot their reverence for the life-giving waters. Even Tala's little sister Lani, once as vibrant as a butterfly, now sat still and quiet, her eyes empty. The tribal elders called it the lost spirit sickness. And on the most desperate of nights, Iko, the oldest elder, summoned Tala. Our spirits are severed from the land's embrace. We have forgotten our roots, forgotten those who came before. There is only one path. Tala, you must journey into the heart of shadows to find Ko-i-ha-tco. Tala's heart skipped a beat. But elder, that is only a legend. A legend is a truth the world has forgotten, Iko countered. The Great Jaguar holds the true knowledge of healing. Go and show him that a relentless one is still worthy of his legacy. Ask him for the sun-kissed fern. It is the only thing that can awaken a slumbering spirit. Tala looked toward the hut where her sister lay. All hesitation vanished. He could not let this silence take away everything he loved. The journey into the heart of shadows was a trek into a land no human had ever set foot in. Tala paddled his canoe through the seemingly endless river of grass. He faced a colossal alligator that rose from the water like a living log. With only calm reverence, he gazed into its ancient eyes and slowly paddled past, showing no fear. He had to brave a sudden thunderstorm that descended, plunging the world into a darkness as deep as midnight. Lightning struck a cypress tree, setting it ablaze, but Tala pressed on, using the hidden stars behind the veil of clouds to guide him, just as his grandfather had taught him. The most difficult test was passing through the whispering cypress dome, a dense swamp forest where the sun's light could not reach. Here, his senses were twisted. Whispers came from all directions, sometimes calling his name, sometimes sounding like Lani's cries. The flickering shadows of the trees became terrifying illusions of beasts. Tala knew this was a test of the mind. He sat still in his canoe, closed his eyes, and focused on his breath. He drove out the fear by recalling the stories of his ancestors until the false whispers faded, leaving only the true sounds of the forest. Finally, he arrived at a small island, a hammock hidden in the heart of the swamp. Here, time seemed to stand still. Ancient trees spread their branches like the hands of giants, with silver moss hanging down like the curtains of a sacred temple. The air was cool and filled with a chilling energy. Tala stepped on shore. He placed a charm made of an eagle feather and alligator tooth on a smooth rock as an offering. Then he knelt. Great Spirit of the Wild, first of all life, I, Tala, son of the Seminole, come here with a respectful heart. My people are perishing. We need your help. Silence enveloped him. Then, a shadow moved from the darkest corner of the island. Ko-i-ha-tco appeared. It did not walk, but flowed from the darkness. Its presence was greater than that of a common panther. Its coat did not reflect light, but absorbed the surrounding light, becoming a moving black void. Its amber eyes gazed deep into Tala's soul, as if reading the entire story of his life. Tala felt no ferociousness, but an immense, boundless wisdom, and a subtle sorrow. What do you seek? The voice was not heard with his ears, but echoed directly in his mind. The sun-kissed fern, Tala replied, to heal my people. The amber eyes narrowed. Do you truly believe a single leaf can heal spirits that have forgotten their own roots? Suddenly, visions flooded Tala's mind. He saw his village, people using more and more goods from the outside world. They began to trade and barter, forgetting their traditional ways of life. Children no longer sat by the fire to listen to legends, but were fascinated by the shiny toys brought by the white man. They still called themselves Seminole, but their hearts were drifting further and further away from the Seminole way of life. The great silence was not a sickness, but the result of forgetting. There is no magical fern, child, the jaguar's voice echoed again. What you seek is not with me, but in the memories you have abandoned. The spirit jaguar stepped closer. Its breath smelled of earth after the rain and damp oak leaves. It gently touched its nose to Tala's forehead. A new wave of knowledge flowed into him. It was a long-forgotten ancient ritual, the spirit calling home ceremony. It required 7 types of herbs that grew around the village, but they had to be gathered only when the first light of dawn kissed the grass tops. Then, they had to be burned to create fragrant smoke while chanting the song of creation, the song that told the story of the great shell and the jaguar who was the first to emerge. When Tala came to his senses, Ko-i-ha-tco was gone, leaving only large paw prints on the damp ground as proof that it was not a dream. Tala returned to the village with a profound new understanding. He did not bring back a magical cure, but he brought back the way. He gathered everyone and told them everything he had experienced. At first, many were skeptical, but upon seeing the clear determination and wisdom in Tala's eyes, they agreed to follow him. The next dawn, the entire village went out to collect the 7 herbs under the golden light of the morning. They built a sacred fire in the center of the village. Tala began to chant the song of creation he had received from the jaguar spirit. One by one, the people began to sing along. The song that had been silent for so long now resounded throughout the wilderness once more. The fragrant smoke from the herbs wafted over the sick, and a miracle occurred. Lonnie, Tala's sister, slowly fluttered her eyelids and opened her eyes. The bright light had returned to them. She smiled at her brother for the first time in weeks. The others were the same. They gradually regained consciousness, rising to join the singing with bodies that were still weak, but spirits that were as strong as stone. The great silence had ended. Tala became the new spiritual leader of the tribe. He taught his people that the true legacy of the Great Jaguar was not magic, but knowledge, reverence, and remembering their own roots. As long as they continued to tell the legends and live in harmony with nature, the spirit of the Everglades would always embrace and protect them, just like the shadow of the midnight jaguar that never fades away.